Hello and welcome back for the next part of the tutorial. In this tutorial, we're gonna add the hands for the biped version of the model. Um, I've changed the skin on my Minecraft character just so that it's not a zombie. And these are the models we're gonna use. We're gonna remake these hands. So yeah, let's begin. So first we'll create a box in a geometry tab. And using the align tool at the top, we're going to click on the right arm hand bit so that is centered there, and just we're going to rotate it, so make sure you have angle snap toggle on and go 180 degrees, and then you can have the hands different sizes if you want, experiment with that. But I think I'm gonna go for length 9, width 9, and height 5. So now you could either use it in the editable poly and add the fingers that way. You could create the fingers again with a box, which is probably easier. So again, use the align tool if you want. Get here, rotate it 180 degrees, and pretty much just position it. Now you don't have to have 5 fingers. You can have 4. Well, including the thumb, it's 4. So for mine, I'm gonna go for 3 fingers and 1 thumb. Now I'll go for 4 fingers and 1 thumb. So just eyeball it to make sure it's on the right edge. Make sure you make these round number. You'll probably have to change these the sizes to make sure it fits the amount of times you need it to. I don't think that's gonna fit 4 times in the It's pretty much just in this tutorial, just modeling them, adding them to the control panel. Yeah, if you're gonna go for 4, then keep recopying them, seeing if they fit. If they don't, change the size down. Sometimes they're a bit too small. Also, you got to change the height. Now, as these are going to be pre-made ones where the fingers do not bend, don't have to have lines for it to bend. So in the bone version, we'll use bendable fingers. So yeah, it's just, you know. So close. Don't forget you go into side view if you want. As good as it's gonna get. You know, change the height for the different fingers. Probably too short. Oops. So after you've got the fingers right, yours could be completely different to mine. I'm just trying to copy the ones I've already made before, and ignore those all those loads of lines on them. That's you do not want to have loads of unused lines in them. So yeah, after you're pretty sure you've got that hand done, you may want to yeah convert the palm of your hand part to a poly, and then we're going to attach the 5 fingers. So with the attach tool button pressed in the edit geometry tab, just press them all. They should change to the color of the main box, and won't show you how to here's if you want to, after you've done this finger, this one, you want to do the fist and the point, and just copy the hand over, and so yeah, just copy it over the shift move button, and let's make the fist. So how are we gonna do this? with the selection polygon selected, move these fingers up to about half what they were. And then select one of the bottom of one of the all the faces on each of the fingers, and with the extrude little box beside the extrude button in the edit polys, press it and change that to whatever the size of your fingers length, I think it would be. Doesn't have to be exact. Whatever you think looks right. And then select the side faces of that new extruded part, and just extrude again with the extrude button, and just, extend that to something that looks about right. Okay, mine's not working. So yeah, that's how you'd make the fist if you wanted to make a fist like this. So yeah, if you needed to edit a certain finger and all the other parts are getting in the way, you can always go into the selection element bit, and as you've attached them to the other square, you can select these fingers individually, which is nice. And with the hide unselected in the edit geometry, edit that pretty easily. So if you need to move it up, you'll just be able to select easily all the parts in the back. So when you just unhide them all when you're done with that. I want to show you how to do the point one. It's pretty similar. Pretty much just change the index finger. So now we just need to add some new sliders to the control panel. So unfreeze them, unfreeze the sliders if you can. Just copy one of the sliders over that you've already created. If you're going to go with just the fist and the open palm and the point, then you're going to need 3 new sliders, and 6 new sliders, free per hand. So 6. You may want to move the panel. Maybe not. Convert it to a spline if you want. You don't have to. And you selection vertex, and just move these 2 vertexes over so that they're all neatly inside the box. So yeah, make sure you rename these sliders. Make it easier on yourself. So, right hand. Name it something. I can't think of a name. I'm gonna call mine hand one. But you know, think of a better, a more original name than that. And then do the same for the other sliders you got. Now it's a lot like the for the other. Oh yeah, before you go on and do the reaction manager bit, make sure that you have each of these fists on the location you want it to be on the hand, and make sure that all of the hands are with the link select and link control, the button right underneath the green menu. You know, hold down on the selected objects and and then just select the hand. So now if you were to move that, the hands follow it, which is good. It looks a bit messy now, but hopefully we'll fix it. Make sure that they're not too low. So so now we're going to. There are two ways of making the hand you don't want there to go, but there might be a much better way. But if anyone knows of a much better and less dirtier way of doing it, because the way I'm going to do it is just move the hand out of the scene miles away, so that you know it's gone from the scene. There is another way of making the material turn to opacity to go down to 0, but in the viewport it doesn't disappear, which is annoying in some situations. So with in the animation menu, the top, go down to reaction manager, show selected, and add master and choose the new slider. Go to transform, FK subcontrol, and position. And just make sure it goes up and down. Yep. And then add slave, transform, position, Z position. And when you've done that, go back up to your slider, and then you know put that. Go into the reference coordinate system and go down to parent. Make sure you're in that. And then on the y-axis, change it to whatever the low bottom part of your slider is. Mine is 2.5. Make sure it's gone to 2.5. Mine is 2.5. And then create state. Now, what you're going to want to do is for the state, the second state, you're going to want to change the value to something very high, so that it's out of your scene. You cannot see it, but it's there still. So I'm going to put in 5,000, and now that's gone. If you can't see it, then done the job. And what you should get is if you put it up, it returns, and yes, it does. So yeah, as long as you can't see it, it works. And then we'll do the same for the other hand. So I'm just gonna make this a one hand. Um, again, animation, reaction manager, show selected, and then add master, transform, FK subcontrol, position. And then add slave, click on the other hand, transform, position, C position. And then back up to the slider, put that down to minus 2.5 or whatever your low part is. And then create state. And again, in the values, change that to something like 5,000. Now, the only problem with this way of doing it is that sometimes your viewport can get a bit weird where it zooms in further than you want and all that. That's probably because there's objects that are miles away, and it takes that into consideration on and how far it zooms in. If it gets, really bad, there's the home button up at the top of the cube, which will somehow fix the zoom problem if you have it. Also, holding down Alt and zooming in makes it zoom in slower, depending on the target that you're selecting at the time. So yeah, check if it works. That seemed to go on the wrong target. And if you are able to see the thing, the fist, the hand, even though it's miles away, just change the value to something higher. And yeah, if anyone's watching this and they know a better way of doing it, feel free to leave it in the comments, and I might redo this bit, because I've always found this a bit of a cheap way of doing this for these kind of hands, but so far they've been very effective. So yeah, just if you got any other hands, add them if you want. You can have different kinds. You don't have to have just these three for each hand. You can do loads of different ones. That's pretty much it for this tutorial. It's not been the best of the tutorials I've done, but sorry about that. But in the next tutorial we'll do the bone version of it, which is similar to it, and the hands will also be bendable and all that, and thinner as well, I've noticed. So they're allowed more interactivity of animating if you need it. So yeah, we'll get on to that next tutorial. If you like this video, like it and subscribe, share the video, and if you hate it, press the unlike button and all that. So thank you for watching.